Planning an overseas trip or asking a cousin to get you an iPhone 14 from the US where it is much cheaper? Or do you have a child studying in the US to whom you send money every month? Well, you need to be aware of the foreign exchange rate, which, by the way, is not the interbank rate you see on news every day. This report brings you closer to reality about how much you really need to pay if you're buying US dollars.
Let's start with what you already know. You will be spending much more on your vacation to the US this year than you did a year ago, thanks to the dollar flexing its muscles against the rupee. And if you have a child in the US, you are probably already feeling the pain. For a good college in the US with a tuition fee of around $50,000, a year ago, you were paying around 37 lakh rupees. This year, it's nearly 41 lakh rupees. But this is based on an exchange rate of around 82, which is not what you pay when you go out and buy dollars. You shell out more. In fact, as of today, more than 85 rupees in some cases to buy the US greenback. A survey by Bank Bazaar shows. The country's largest bank, the State Bank of India, sells a US dollar for 82.54 rupees on Forex cards. If you exchange rupees into dollars in cash, the rate is 83.30. ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank have the same exchange rate, 83.47. However, purchase dollars in cash from ICICI Bank, you will have to fork out 85 rupees 2 paise. Bank of Baroda, another PSU bank, is among the cheaper options, while Axis Bank will sell you a dollar at 85.05. If you approach Thomas Cook, you'll have to pay 83.08 rupees for a dollar. The rupee has fallen more than 10% this year against dollar. It is, however, still better than the other major world currencies. The Japanese yen has lost nearly 30% of its value against the dollar this year. The British pound has slipped 21% to below a dollar and continues to weaken even more despite Bank of England's decision to buy bond worth $65 billion. The euro is down 18%. Even the Chinese yuan is down around 12% this year. So if you're asking a cousin to get that iPhone Pro Max from the US, instead of paying 90,200 rupees for the phone, you should probably be giving him the real exchange rate price, 93,500 rupees. And not just going abroad is expensive, the rupee's decline to a historic low will make it more costly to import crude oil and other goods, which would further increase inflation, which has been beyond the Reserve Bank's upper tolerance range of 6% for the previous months. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
The central government has decided to postpone the rule which mandated 6 airbags in every car from the 1st of October this year. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari has tweeted that the date for implementation of 6 airbags in passenger cars has now been pushed to October 1st, 2023. Chetan Bhutani, who broke the story last week, joins us with the details. Chetan, why has the rule been postponed?
Well, that's right. Business Today TV was the first to report the story on September 23rd. That this rule of 6 airbags, which was supposed to be implemented from 1st of October 2022, will not meet its deadline. And however, in a series of tweets now, the Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, has announced that regardless of all the issues regarding the cost and the variance, use of the issue of public safety is of utmost importance to the government, and keeping in mind the supply chain constraints and the macroeconomic situation, it has been decided to defer the timeline from 1st October 2022 to the 1st of October 2023. Well, when I spoke to my sources in the government, I was told that the government will not relent further from the October 2023 deadline, and in fact the auto companies will have to comply with the rules and regulations set by the government. In fact, the government was in constant negotiation and constant discussions with the airbag manufacturers and the concerned stakeholders, including SIAM and ACMA, for that fact. However, the sources are also pointing out that this rule of 6 airbags would be made mandatory from October 2023, and that every vehicle manufactured after 1st October 2023 would have 6 airbags, which means the front 2 airbags and of course the side and the torso and the curtain airbags would be included. However, we can expect more safer cars from October 2023. Remember, the issue of road safety really came into the spotlight in India after the unfortunate demise of the industrialist Cyrus Mistry.